Do you remember as a child being taught to raise your hand when you wanted to get the teacher's attention or when you had the answer to a question that the teacher was asking? Instead of just talking how we normally talk to our friends or how we talk to our parents at home or in our social environments? Do you remember how many students would raise their hand when the teacher had questions or needed help or wanted a volunteer, but only one could get chosen? Well, I remember. I was a troublemaking kid in my school during the time I went to school, and I would always wave my hand like crazy, and I was always excited to get chosen, but for some reason I would never get chosen. The teacher would normally choose those kids who were patiently waiting and not causing a ruckus and sitting down with their hand normally up. I was always the one trying to get the teacher's attention, and I would fail. The following poem, Raising My Hand, by Ander, paints an accurate representation of a child who has an adrenaline rush and all he wants to be is called on by the teacher. The author shows his excitement and passion as he raises his hand in a classroom when he was a child because he knew the answer. I will now begin my poem. One of the first things we learn in school is if we know the answer to a question, we must raise our hand and be called on before we can speak. How strange it seemed to me then. Raising my hand to be called on, how at first I blurted out, but that was not permitted. How often I knew the answer, and the teacher knew I knew the answer, called on others I knew, and she knew, had it all wrong. How I stretched my arm and shoot through the roof like a rocket. How I wave and groan and sigh, even hold my aching arm with my other hand. Begging to be called on, please me, I know the answer. Almost leaping from my seat, hoping to hear my name. 29 now, alone in the wild, seated on some rocky outcrop under all the stars, as I did in first grade, mimicking the excitement and expectancy felt then. No one calls on me but the wind. Thank you.